Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And as you can tell, I'm doing something very different today. This is the intro of my video. I'm cleaning my brushes. As you can tell, they're very dirty. So if you guys enjoy this kind of content or enjoy this kind of video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I upload new makeup videos each and every week. And I'm not gonna keep rambling on, I'm just gonna get started because my brushes desperately need to be cleaned. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so first we're gonna start with a brush cleaner pad or mat, I think that's what you call it. And as you can tell, there's different textures to it. So the one that I'm pointing at right here, that is really made for like the bigger brushes. It's really good just to get in there, make sure all like the crud is out. And then the other side is really meant for like the smaller brushes, and I really like that little part right there. It just helps kind of like keep the smaller brushes aligned, if that makes sense. Yeah, just as I'm demonstrating right there. And the middle part, I just kind of use it for both. Today I'm going to be using just Dawn dish soap, nothing too special. I usually use a different type of hand soap, but this is all I had in my house. I go in with usually like one pump, and I always like to start with my foundation brush. I usually just dip it in there, and you'll see throughout this video that I'll go in with it like either wet or dry. Really no rhyme or reason. And I wet the brush, and then I just really go to town and just scrub it in. And the camera really didn't pick up how much dirt was in this brush, especially since it's a foundation brush, but it was very, very dirty. I usually like to wring it out like so, and if there's a lot of soap in there like you just saw, I'll just continue to rinse it and continue to squeeze the brush head just to make sure all the soap is out. Don't want to use a soapy brush. That would be bad. And then right here, I'm just demonstrating that you don't want to hold your brush upward and allow the water to go in it. You will always want to hold it downward. This way, just so like the bristles stay intact. When you allow the water to go into the brush upward, it can really damage the brush. So just keep that in mind as you're cleaning your brush. So right here, you can see I'm wringing out the water and there's no soap in it. So this brush is good to go. I just make sure that it's as dry as I could possibly get it. And then you just pretty much repeat the same steps on your next brush. Nothing too complicated. One thing I do want to mention, which I meant to bring up in the beginning of this video, the soap that I'm using is Dawn dish soap, which did work really well for these brushes. But usually the dish soap that I do use is a dye-free and fragrance-free soap. And the reason for that is because these brushes are going onto your face, so you don't want anything that could potentially irritate your skin. So just keep that in mind when you pick what kind of cleaning solution you want to use. Ooh, so this brush right here is my bronzer brush, and it is so dirty. It is filthy. You're about to see it. Just all that, well, I didn't want to call it dirt because it is a bronzer, so that's why it looks really dirty. But in reality, it's just my bronzer. But I feel like this brush is the most satisfying to clean, but also kind of the messiest to clean. So this brush seems like it's clean, but as you could tell, like around the edges, there's still a little bit of bronzer. So sometimes I do have to go back with more soap, just a little bit. Honestly, this soap is so sudsy that you really don't need a lot. Just going back in with the second round and making sure that is all cleaned. And you can see right here, like that second round of soap really got out all of that bronzer It just looks so fresh and clean. I don't know, to me this is like so satisfying. Oh, look at that. Not a speck of bronzer at all inside that brush. And just for your viewing pleasure, I'm gonna just speed through cleaning all my brushes. It's literally the same exact process for each and every one, whether it's a foundation brush or it's an eye brush, it's all the same. So I'm just gonna speed past it. Okay, now we have my sponge. My sponge has been used and abused and it is so dirty. So I do clean this a little bit differently. As you can see, I have a bowl right here. Just grab any bowl from my kitchen and I'm gonna be going in with olive oil. I know this sounds weird, but I promise you it works. And this was the exact moment I realized I was almost out of olive oil, but you need about like a tablespoon of olive oil. You don't need too much. And just one pump of some dish soap, and you're just gonna smother the sponge in that oil and dish soap. And I swear this, I don't understand why it works, but it does. It works, some type of miracle. And then right here I just get my sponge a little bit wet, and something about the oil and the dish soap really cleans the sponge out really good. As you see right here, my sponge is still a little bit dirty, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit more soap to it and just continue to like work that through. Oh, I forgot I also added a little bit more olive oil to it as well. And yeah, it just cleans it so good. And it's like the sponge is just brand new. If you've never tried the olive oil and dish soap method, I highly recommend it. You already have these items in your household, so give it a try. It's not gonna break you out, I promise. My skin is so sensitive and I've never broken out from my sponge after I clean it. So just trust me on this one. All right, you guys, so this is the end of the video. As you can tell, my brushes are all nice and clean. It's so satisfying to see. I personally hate cleaning my makeup brushes because it kills my back. But after I'm done cleaning them, I like to just lay them out flat on a towel and just rub them on a towel like so, just to make sure that all the bristles are in the right position, because nothing's worse than when it dries incorrectly. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But that wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this cleaning session with me, and I hope you guys learned something new. And if you do enjoy these kind of videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with all my latest uploads. I upload each and every week. And also don't forget to hit that like button down below. All right guys, bye. Hope you enjoyed.